Hi there. This is Ewan from Ewan Yoga. It's March 14th, and I sent out an email yesterday on pausing my yoga classes for about a week until we know what is going on with the coronavirus in Portland, Oregon. So instead of offering you nothing by putting classes on hold, I thought I would videotape a short stretch sequence and see if this would work. What I would like to do is perhaps figure out a way to offer classes online, live, maybe Zoom, so that I can see all of your practices while I'm conducting class online. Let's see how that would go too. I'm still working on the logistics and the technical side of offering that. Okay, so what I thought would be great is to maybe do a stretch and some twists to get your circulation going and to keep your muscles from just stagnating. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into a seated forward fold position. And if you are tight, you might, on your backside, you might want to sit on a folded blanket, on the bolster, something just elevates your pelvis. Okay, then it would be easier to get your pelvis upright. And so once you're seated upright, have your shoulders stack over your hips. Get your chest to lift up and broaden it so you get your shoulder blades to anchor down the back. Okay, so go ahead, engage through the legs. You see how active my toes are, my feet are. I'm pressing out through the big toe ball of my foot so my feet won't be like this. You want to engage and use your legs to help you ground the pose here. And then I'm going to gently press my heels down towards my mat. And for those of you who have hyperextended knees, you want to traction your heels slightly towards you to make sure that you're not pressing the back of your joint down into the mat. Okay, that is too taxing for the joints. You want to activate through the muscles. Okay, then let's go ahead, inhaling, arms up overhead, exhaling, palms down to the heart, just to get the breath going. Inhaling in through the nose, and exhaling, palms down to the heart. Inhaling, breath in through the nose, and exhaling, palms down to the heart. Okay, your shoulders are still over your hips. Inhaling, arms go up. Let's go ahead and twist to the right. Good. You see, it's very easy for us to kind of rock the weight forward, where you start to lighten the load off the left sit bone. Try to keep your weight even on your sit bones as you create the twist. Okay. Instead of using the left shoulder to pull forward, I'm going to keep my shoulders steady and have the twist come from the rib cage area. Okay, try not to rock it out through your pelvis. Good. Navel is pulled in. I try to keep my shoulder blades anchored down the back, lengthening up through the crown of the head. Good. Inhaling, arms go up. Good. And twist to the other side, keeping your weight even on your sit bones, and then you lower your hands down. Once you lower your hands down, you can use your arms to help you find more muscles, engage them into your twist. And they would also help you open up through the chest. You can look to the left shoulder, or you can turn to look back behind the right shoulder. Depends. You could do both. You see my feet are still engaged. And then slowly bring it back. Work through some resistance here. So use the muscles to move the bones, like I always say, and palms down to the heart. Inhaling, arms go up. Go ahead and bend the right leg. Bring your foot up close to your body. And I'm going to use my right arm to hook my right leg in. That will help me to perhaps sit up taller and to create more length through the spine. And for those of you who are tight and you're more or less chronically in this position, using some leverage here will help you find the muscles that are short, most likely in the front, to help you lengthen through the front side. Okay, inhaling, arms go up. Good. I'm going to start to activate my left leg more. It was grounding down to the floor. Now I'm going to lift it up. Okay, lift it up. Pull the left thigh into the socket and then twist to the right. Nice deep breath in. Drive the shoulder blades down the back. Then I'm going to rock it up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring it back. Slide the right leg out. Inhaling to reset, engage through the legs. Exhaling, palms down to the heart. Inhaling, arms go up. Let's go ahead and bring the left foot in. And sit up towards it. Again, use the left arm to hug that left leg in to provide you as a leverage to sit up taller. And instead of caving in like this, we're not going to come like this energetically. You're just dumping it. We want to ascend your energy up. So pull in and start to lift and sit tall. Okay? Inhaling, arms go up. Breathing in and out through your nose. You're using the extension of the right arm to help you elongate your spine. Not just on the right side, but on both sides of the spine, keeping your shoulders down. Then I'm going to lift my right heel up just a little bit, making sure your right thigh is plugged into the hip. And then I'm going to twist to the left, hugging in to find the support. Then I'm going to pulse my right leg up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release. Let's go ahead and reset. Inhaling, arms go up. Exhaling, palms down to the heart. Let's do a Janu Shirshasana. Bend the right knee and bring the foot in. So your legs, your thighs are about 90 degrees to each other. Then I'm going to use my hands to help me sit up taller and creating a straight back where my neck is also aligned with the rest of the spine. I'm going to lengthen forward, leading with the chest, pulling the left thigh back to create an action of opposites of the body going forward. Nice deep breath in. Okay. Breathe. Sorry, I'm not a professional in the video side of things, certainly, and it's kind of weird talking to myself into the camera and the lighting. I don't know much about lighting, or I know nothing about lighting. I just wanted to publish a short and quick video on stretching, okay? And then press up. Good. Now, same leg. You're going to bring the right foot back. Your right thigh is still about 90 degrees to the left thigh, but this time your knee and your foot is bent back that way instead of to the left foot. You see how I've already tilted my weight to the left sit bone because I'm still setting it up. Now I'm going to make sure that my weight is more balanced on both sit bones. Using my right thigh bone at the top, you can see that, to help me anchor that hip down. Okay, I'm still creating action in the left leg so the foot does not just go to sleep like this. Good. Inhaling, lengthen, sit tall. And you're going to fold forward. Pull the left thigh back because the body is still lengthening forward. So you create this action of opposites. Okay. Good. And those of you who have been practicing for a while, you want to take it a little bit more. You could start to incorporate a twist, but making sure this left hip is anchored back. Okay. The twist starts from the rib cage and up, not from your pelvis. Make sure your right thigh bone is still anchoring that side of the body down. Inhaling, then go ahead and start to create a twist. Lowering the left elbow down if it's available. If it's not available, you could possibly grab a block and put it underneath your elbow to help you anchor, right? And then you pull in, twist. I'm going to grab onto the inner edge of my foot. Push my foot into my hand. My hand will pull back on the foot. Then I'm going to see if I can continue to twist some more through the rib cage. And then reach my right arm over to grab it. Grab the left foot. Nice deep breath in. Breathe through it. Watch my shoulder. My shoulder is not up here by my ear. I'm trying to create some space here between my ear and my shoulder. And you want to rotate. It's a external rotation at the top of the arm bone to clear up the debris here. Like from here to here. Okay, it's very subtle, but you definitely can feel it. Make sure you're not leaning too much weight into the foot, which is why you have to create an opposite where the thigh bones, they anchor into the sockets, hip sockets, to pull back. And then slowly rise up. Do it slowly. You do not need to come down as low as I did. It depends. Go ahead and bring the right leg back. Let's do a reset. Inhaling, engage through your legs. Exhaling, palms down. Good. Other side. Go ahead and Janu Shasana. You want to bend the left leg as much as you can. Have your thighs pretty much 90 degrees to each other. Inhaling, arms go up. Inhaling. And then you're going to flex through the hips, lengthening through the chest, broadening through the chest. You use your arms as leverage to support the integrity of your spine. Okay, what not to do is like this. What not to do is like this. Okay, there's nothing to be gained by grabbing your foot when you have no discipline in the spine. You want to keep the spine nice and straight. Just because you can grab your foot does not mean anything. It all depends on how you take care of your spine. Breathing in. Still broadening across the chest. Oh, and also my head. I'm not dropping my head down. Nor am I pulling my chin forward. Never lead with the chin this way. Okay? Make sure the neck is aligned to the spine. And there's a little bit activation here on the inseam of the right leg. Not only do you want to slightly roll it down, you want to also hug it towards the left foot. And the left foot would gently push into the right thigh. They create that action. They're a pair, right? They create that pair of opposites. And then slowly bring it up. Now we're going to switch the leg. You're going to bend the knee back and keep it about 90 degrees. The thighs 90 degrees to each other. And right now I'm pivoting to the left. So I need to start to pivot more weight pivoting to the right. Now I need to pivot more weight to the left. The way you do it is more than just shifting your weight to the left. You need to use the left thigh bone at the top to help you anchor that hip down. Lengthen the tailbone down towards your spine. And now we're going to fold forward. Inhaling. As I'm folding forward, I'm plugging my right thigh back. See, they work as opposites. Breathing in. Watch my head. I'm not leading with my chin, which I see always in my students. So you want to keep the neck aligned to the spine to the extent that you can. Just do your best. And the whole time, I'm feeling how I'm anchoring my hips. Watch my shoulders. They're broad here instead of like this. Okay? You don't need to fold as far as I'm folding. You see, I always keep a clearance here underneath the backside of my knee because I have hyperextended joints. And that's liability. That's a liability. So I make it extremely conscious in my body to always make sure that I engage through the muscles instead of just popping my knee out. Okay? Breathing in. One more breath. Now, again, for some of you, if you want to take it a little bit more, if you're not already struggling here, we definitely don't want to take it to the point of struggle, right? You want to challenge your body but not struggle through it. But if this is good, you're going to start incorporating a spinal twist, provided that you can keep your hips nice and leveled and steady, okay, grounded. Now I'm going to twist from my rib cage up. As I'm twisting, I'm lengthening forward. I'm putting my right elbow down. Watch my chest. You want to open it up, which is why the arm is here to create a leverage. Once you push your arm into the leg into the arm, it stabilizes you, grounds you here, so you can open up around here. Okay, then I'm going to grab my inner right foot, extend my left arm overhead, breathing in and out through your nose, my nose, and then watch my shoulder. It has to move away from my ear, and I'm going to suction the armpit back. Okay. Nice deep breath in. And there's a tendency for the rib cage to pop. So I'm trying to draw the rib cage in. This is a spinal twist plus a side bend. It's quite intense. I usually don't teach this because it combines too many spinal discipline that most students are not quite there yet to keep them safe. And then you slowly come back up. I'm always using my hands to support my body up. As strong as I am, I don't just like pop up, right? Because I still could pull a muscle on my back. So I push up. Now go ahead and bring the knee back. And let's go ahead and reset. Inhaling, arms go up. And exhaling, palms down. Inhaling, arms go up. And palms down. Okay? Let's go into a butterfly pose. You could do a butterfly pose. Butterfly pose is where you pull the feet up closer to the body and you fold. What feels very different, if you're used to this and you're like, I don't feel anything, then what I would suggest is that you bring your feet forward into a diamond. Okay? Into a diamond, breathing in and fold forward. Drawing the sit bones back. Breathe into it. Now we're going to go ahead and stretch the entire backside wherever your feet are. So it has to activate on the front side, contracting the muscles on the front side to help you properly stretch the muscles on your back. So I'm not just going to collapse like this. Just drop down. This is not a stretch. This is a collapse. What I'm going to do is to actively contract and then methodically go down, starting to feel more space between each vertebra on the back side as I lower down. Watch my shoulders. They wrap, shoulder blades wrap away from each other, away from the ears. And if you can, you slowly work your head down to your feet. Make sure you're able to breathe. And then slowly, again, I'm using my arms to help me support my body up. I'm not just gonna pop up, okay? That would not be smart, no matter how strong you think you are. Okay, so go ahead and straighten the legs back out. Let's go ahead and do a reset. Inhaling, arms go up. Exhaling, palms down. Good. Put your hands on either side of your hips. And I want you to start to just move your toes. Move your toes. Get more dexterity out of your toes. You press with the big toe. Press with the pinky toe or the fourth toe. Whatever you do, just to get more movements there through your toes. You don't want your feet to get stuck, which tends to be the case as we get older, that we have less mobility in the joints of the feet. And once they start to feel like the joints are fused together, you're going to have trouble walking. When you have trouble walking, that condition is going to manifest all the way up the chain. And then you get into knee issues, hip issues. You get it, right? Okay. Inhaling, arms go up. Now let's crisscross through the ankles, through the legs, and press up onto all fours. Let's push back into child's pose. Come back up. Exhaling, push back. And come back up. And push back. It's okay to have your thighs a little bit at an angle, because we're just moving up and forth, back and forth for now. Okay? And then come back up. Now this time, if your thighs are at an angle like my thighs, I want you to start to walk your knees forward until your knees are about right below the hips. Okay? We're going to do cat-cow pose. Nice deep breath in. Let's go into a cow pose. I'm going to soften my shoulders first, roll my shoulders back, and slightly bend the elbows, and then start to incorporate. Watch. My tailbone will start to go up, and my elbows are soft because I want to access my shoulders. Once my tailbone's up, my shoulders are pretty much set, then I'm going to increase the intensity. The top of the feet need to push down, lift through the chest. Lift through the chest. And I'm tractioning my hands down, pushing down, tractioning my hands against my knees, towards my knees, okay? You can kind of keep working through the shoulders. It might look like I'm just dropping my belly down. But in fact, I'm pulling the navel into my spine, keeping the muscles strong to prevent the collapse into my spine. Now I'm going to get out of it, then wrapping the shoulder blades away from each other, start to suck up the belly even more, and tuck the tailbone under, and start to round your back. Your shoulders have to move away from your ears, tuck in. Now I'm going to stretch the back of my neck, lowering down. Keeping the shoulders over the wrist. And then slowly out of the pose. Let's go back into a child's pose. You can gently rock your hips from side to side, especially if you're feeling a little bit tight. And I'm going to walk my rib cage forward. This way I don't create like holes or deep pockets of stagnant energy in the front of my body. I want to open things up. So watch. There's a difference between where I am here, this pose, versus this pose. Okay, this pose, you're still not allowing your energy to freely flow. You're kind of just like, not only are you not allowing your energy to freely flow, but if you're like this and you're collapsed, you're kind of stuck. Energy is not moving anywhere, and it's getting smaller. Okay, I want to create big movements of energy in my body, so I open things up. My elbows are not kind of resting. Because I'm still in practice. I'm not taking my body to Shavasana yet, and rise back up. Good. Let's come up onto a plank pose. You want to tuck your toes under. Use your legs to help you lift the hips. Okay? And then you come up. Nice deep breath in. Your feet are about hip width distance, pushing the floor away from you, pushing the floor away from you. Navel is pulled in, and then downward facing dog. And then back, forward, and downward facing dog. Watch my arms. They're not going to rotate in and out as I transition through these postures. What that looks like, rolling the arms in and out, is when you come forward, maybe you roll the arms out and then you go back. It's hard to show you from this angle, but it'd be like, okay, let's see if I can do it. It's like when you come forward, you move it forward, watch, and then now you move the arms back, and then you move the arms forward, and then you move your arms back. What I'm saying is have the inner elbows pretty much face each other, pivot more weight to the thumb side, use your legs to push forward. So you're not really moving your arms in and out like this. Okay? All right. Back into a child's pose. Bend your elbows. Do a prayer. Prayer position. Okay, and then rise up. Let me pause for a second and see what else would be good to record.